Our planet. A pale blue world drifting quietly through the vast darkness of space. From this distance, Earth appears calm, peaceful, and timeless. Oceans shimmer under the sunlight. Clouds swirl slowly across continents. Life thrives in every corner of this extraordinary world. Today, the Earth is dominated by mammals. Creatures with fur, complex brains, and warm blood roam across forests, deserts, and mountains. Humans, in particular, have risen to become the most influential species on the planet. But long before humanity built cities or walked upright, long before the ice ages shaped the continents, and long before mammals ruled the land, this world belonged to a completely different dynasty, a dynasty of giants. To understand their story, we must travel far back in time. 250 million years ago, the Earth was almost unrecognizable compared to today. All of the planet's land was merged together into a single, enormous supercontinent known as Pangaea. Vast deserts stretched across its interior. The climate was harsh and unstable. Rivers were scarce, and life struggled to survive in this unforgiving environment. But the greatest challenge Earth faced had just occurred. Only a few million years earlier, our planet experienced the most devastating biological disaster in its history, the Permian mass extinction. Often called the Great Dying, this catastrophic event wiped out nearly 90% of all species living on Earth. Entire ecosystems collapsed, oceans became lifeless, forests disappeared. For a time, the planet itself seemed almost silent. But life has an extraordinary ability to recover. Slowly, from the ashes of extinction, new species began to evolve. Small reptiles, early amphibians, and strange ophilogusts started to reclaim the empty landscapes. And among these survivors, a new group of animals quietly appeared: the dinosaurs. In the beginning, dinosaurs were not the towering giants we often imagine. They were small, lightly built creatures that lived in the shadows of larger reptiles. During the late Triassic period, some of the earliest dinosaurs began to emerge. Creatures such as Eorator and Hiraeth were among the pioneers of this new lineage. They were not enormous monsters. In fact, many were only about the size of modern dogs, but they possessed a unique evolutionary advantage that would change the course of life on Earth. Their legs were positioned directly beneath their bodies. This may seem like a small detail, but it gave dinosaurs something extraordinary: speed, balance, and endurance. Unlike many reptiles that moved with a sprawling posture, dinosaurs could run with efficiency and agility. They could chase prey over long distances. They could escape predators, and they could adapt to changing environments. This simple anatomical advantage allowed dinosaurs to gradually outcompete many other reptiles. Over millions of years, they began to spread across the supercontinent. What began as a small evolutionary experiment was about to become one of the most successful animal groups in Earth's history. The age of dinosaurs had begun.
Time continued to move forward, and the Earth itself began to change. The massive supercontinent of Pangaea slowly started to break apart. Giant cracks formed in the crust. Volcanic eruptions reshaped the land. New oceans began to appear between the separating continents. These geological changes transformed the climate of the planet. Rainfall increased, temperatures stabilized, forests expanded across the land. The once dry world of the Triassic became lush and green. Welcome to the Jurassic period. This was the era when dinosaurs truly flourished. Over millions of years, evolution pushed their bodies to astonishing extremes. Some dinosaurs became incredibly fast hunters. Others developed heavy armor to defend themselves. But perhaps the most extraordinary transformation occurred among a group known as the sauropods. Sauropods were the largest land animals that have ever walked on Earth. These giants had long necks, massive bodies, and powerful pillar-like legs designed to support enormous weight. Dinosaurs like Brachiosaurus and Diplodocus dominated the Jurassic landscape. A fully grown Brachiosaurus could reach heights of more than 40 feet and weigh as much as 50 tons. To imagine such size is almost impossible. Each step from these colossal animals shook the ground beneath them. Their long necks allowed them to reach the tops of ancient trees, feeding on leaves far beyond the reach of other herbivores. But sustaining such enormous bodies required immense amounts of food. Every single day, these giants consumed hundreds of pounds of vegetation. They moved slowly across the forests and plains, constantly feeding to maintain their massive energy needs. Where there is abundant prey, however, predators inevitably evolve. And the Jurassic period produced some of the most formidable hunters the world had ever seen. Among them was Allosaurus. This powerful predator could grow up to 30 feet long. Its skull was filled with sharp, serrated teeth designed to slice through flesh. Strong jaws, muscular legs, and curved claws made Allosaurus a highly effective hunter. Unlike the massive herbivores it pursued, Allosaurus relied on speed, strategy, and aggression. Scientists believe that these predators may have hunted in groups, coordinating attacks against larger prey. The struggle between predator and prey drove an evolutionary arms race. Herbivores developed spikes, armor plates, and powerful tails. Carnivores evolved sharper teeth and stronger jaws. This constant battle shaped the incredible diversity of dinosaurs that defined the Jurassic world. Nature had reached a powerful equilibrium, a delicate but brutal balance between survival and extinction. Another 80 million years passed. By this time, the continents had drifted even farther apart. Land masses began to resemble the modern world we recognize today. This geological isolation allowed dinosaurs on different continents to evolve in unique directions. We now enter the Cretaceous period, the final and perhaps most diverse era of the dinosaur age. During this time, ecosystems became incredibly complex. Forests were filled with flowering plants that had only recently evolved. Insects buzzed through dense vegetation. Rivers and wetlands supported vast herds of herbivorous dinosaurs. The skies were no longer empty. Flying reptiles known as pterosaurs soared above the landscape. Some of these creatures had wingspans larger than small airplanes. In the oceans, enormous marine predators ruled the depths. Creatures like the mosasaur patrolled the seas with terrifying efficiency, hunting fish, reptiles, and anything unfortunate enough to cross their path. Meanwhile, on land, dinosaurs continued to evolve in remarkable ways. Many species developed elaborate horns, armor, or frills. The powerful Triceratops roamed in herds, using its massive horns to defend itself against predators. Small, intelligent hunters known as velociraptors stalked the deserts and plains. Unlike the traditional image of scaly reptiles, modern scientific evidence suggests that many of these dinosaurs were covered in feathers. Some were warm-blooded and highly active. Others may have displayed complex social behaviors and communication.
Dinosaurs were far more dynamic and sophisticated than scientists once believed. And towering above all of them was the most famous predator of all time, the Tyrannosaurus rex. Weighing more than 8 tons and standing nearly 20 feet tall, T-Rex was the undisputed king of the late Cretaceous. Its jaws were among the most powerful ever developed by a land animal. With a bite force capable of crushing solid bone, T-Rex could tear through the thick armor of its prey. For decades, scientists debated whether this giant was primarily a scavenger, but modern evidence suggests that Tyrannosaurus was an active hunter as well. It could track prey using an extraordinary sense of smell. Its powerful legs allowed it to move quickly despite its massive size, and once it attacked, few creatures could escape. For over 160 million years, dinosaurs ruled the Earth. They survived volcanic eruptions. They endured shifting climates. They adapted to changing ecosystems across an entire planet. It seemed as if their reign might continue forever. But the universe had other plans. 66 million years ago, far beyond the Earth's atmosphere, a massive object was racing silently through space. This asteroid was nearly 10 kilometers wide, roughly the size of Mount Everest. It traveled at a speed of more than 40,000 miles per hour. Its destination was already determined. The impact would occur in a shallow tropical sea located in what is now the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico. When the asteroid struck the Earth, the results were beyond catastrophic. The collision released an explosion equivalent to billions of nuclear bombs. In an instant, everything within 1,000 miles was vaporized. A massive shockwave tore across the continents, flattening forests and triggering earthquakes around the globe. Gigantic tsunamis surged through the oceans, crashing onto coastlines with unimaginable force. But the most devastating effects came afterward. The impact blasted enormous amounts of dust, rock, and vaporized material high into the atmosphere. This thick cloud spread across the entire planet, blocking sunlight for months, perhaps even years. Without sunlight, plants could no longer grow. Forests died. Food chains collapsed. Herbivorous dinosaurs starved first. Then the carnivores that depended on them followed. Temperatures dropped dramatically as the Earth entered a period known as impact winter. Ash and snow fell across a darkened landscape. In what was essentially a geological moment, the age of dinosaurs came to an end. Nearly 75% of all species on Earth disappeared. The giants that had ruled the planet for over 160 million years were gone. When the darkness finally began to clear, the world looked completely different. The mighty dinosaurs had vanished. But life on Earth had not ended. Small creatures that once lived in the shadows suddenly found themselves in a new world full of opportunity. Among these survivors were small mammals. These tiny animals had survived by hiding in burrows, feeding on insects, and adapting quickly to harsh conditions. With the dinosaurs gone, mammals began to expand and evolve. Over millions of years, they diversified into countless new species. Some returned to the oceans, others took to the skies, and eventually, one lineage of mammals developed intelligence powerful enough to reshape the planet itself: humans. In a strange twist of fate, The extinction of the dinosaurs made our existence possible. But the dinosaurs did not disappear completely. Some of them survived the catastrophe. Small feathered theropods, already adapted to flight, managed to endure the environmental chaos. These survivors continued to evolve. Today, we know them by another name: birds. Every eagle soaring across the sky, every sparrow singing in the morning, and every peacock displaying its brilliant feathers carries the legacy of the dinosaur age. In fact, there are now more than 10,000 species of birds living on Earth. In a very real sense, dinosaurs never truly vanished. They simply changed. Their bones remain locked in stone, preserved as fossils that allow scientists to reconstruct their incredible story. But their living descendants still fill the skies of our planet. The age of giants may have ended, yet their legacy continues all around us. The dinosaurs are still here, and their story is forever written into the history of life on Earth.